What it do, people? We are in here. Welcome to the Chill Out, a new series that I thought about a few days ago that I thought about doing. It's mainly just me talking, interacting with chat, answering questions, talking out of my mind. The game in the background, well, the game is essentially just that, a background. It's not really the main focus of things in nature. It's just there. Something that you can actually watch, or if you're mainly just listening, you can just listen just fine. Also, another thing is that I will be live streaming this series, and I'll also be uploading the series on the YouTube, and that essentially gives people two ways to interact. Either you can be in on the live streams, answer questions, come in and chill and listen to the Chill Station by Presto Radios, or you can use YouTube as the main source of listening to it. Either way, if you're listening as a podcast, hope you enjoy the music and the story fun time that I'll be saying, or my ramblings on. You can use it to go to sleep to, mainly why we have the music. Or if you're in here and chat on the live streams and you're coming in, well, interact, talk. I mainly won't be talking about the games, but I will introduce the game in question so that there is at least a little bit of context. We'll also say that most of the games that I will play are either games that I haven't played yet, and I don't want to take the time out to stream because either they're too long. But I will be playing games that are things that I can easily breeze through. Some things I've already played before that I want to replay, or things that I haven't played but I deem are kind of very quick and easy to play. So I'll be skipping through cutscenes. You won't be hearing the main music of the games, unless that's something that's want to be requested to where you actually want to hear the game. But I'll mute it down a bit. But in other case, how did the series come about? Well, as I said before, it was mainly just a kind of a thought that, what can I do to make myself different from everybody else? I'm seeing everybody's doing like their own cool little thing. Friends with a VTuber, friends with somebody who's a commenter for Smash, and he's actually pretty good at Smash. Also friends with another person in the fighting game community, well, actually multiple fighting game community. Well, not the general fighting game community, but my fighting game community out in my state. And they're all amazing people. And after a while you start to feel a little bit jealous, and you think, what can I do? What is something that I can do that not only makes me unique, but I can feel like I'm doing something cool, something that's related to me and what I do best. And I think this is it. I won't say like I'm a god gamer or anything like that, but I do play video games almost on a day-to-day basis if I'm not too tired, or if I have the actual time to sit down and play for a good, let's say 3-hour sessions, like more than enough for me to say, oh yeah, I had a nice little game sesh. Another, I say, yeah, the consoles or the games that you'll be seeing in the background will be mostly either from the Switch or my GameCube, or in some maybe rare cases from my laptop. I did think about doing another game, a very old game called Dungeon Fighter Online, but apparently that game may have maybe it's not too big for my computer, but my computer just does not want to cooperate with me as I want to play the game, and I had a few troubles getting it. Try to maybe fix it or try to get it going off stream, but if it doesn't work in the future, oh well. Cold train on that. I also won't be commenting too much on the game unless, like I said, you got questions about it or anything relevant. Now there will be a few times to where I will be sort of silent somewhat, either because I'm trying to think of what I want to say or I'm too focused on what's going on in the game, because there might be a few cases to where I'll need to buckle down and focus, either maybe be a puzzle or some series of platform. But other than that, we talking, we vibing, we in here. Speaking of things that I almost tried, well, there's a lot of things I've tried to do, but I thought I could do, but eventually didn't come out doing because either I didn't have, I'll say, the skills at hand or technology at hand in order to do the thing that I wanted to do. One of those things was actually trying to be a VTuber, of all things. Well, not at least try to be a VTuber, or at least attempt to make a 3D avatar, which is a process in of itself, and that's probably why I was deterred off a little bit. I wouldn't mind trying to return to the idea, but the process of making the 3D avatar is a process in of itself. I do know that there are a few avenues to where it can make it easier, such as, I believe the free program on Steam is called Vroid Studio. That's the one that I at least dabbled in a little bit in order to try to figure out how to make a avatar. And in the 1 hour that I did of doing it, I was like, man, this is a lot to deal with. No wonder why there's professionals and other artists that they can make pretty awesome avatars. Plus, another thing is, I'm not that well versed or connected to the VTuber community or VTubers in general. So going in without that kind of knowledge is kind of scary in a nutshell. Here's the 5th gem. But it might, like I said, it might be an idea that I may return to. A pretty amusing thing Well, I guess we can hash out my VTuber idea. I really want to know what avatar I would make in general. Uh, I I would make a sort of somebody that looks like, I don't know, if I would make an anime version of myself. That's the start. Glasses would be a thing because there's not a whole lot of anime characters, even avatars that have glasses if I skim through them much, unless they're the unknowns or the young upstarts of the newer generation. I also had the idea of what would I oops knocked over my drinks. I also had the idea of what would I wear? What would I do? What's the some types of clothing that you would wear? Oh, we do shoot these out. Just many different factors, but what kind of hairstyle? There's a whole bunch of things that you have to think about. But I do wish one of my are we no I wouldn't say we're close friends, but we are friends. One VTuber that I do know, the VTuber in the name of Karaku Neos. Shout out to him, as always. I know him in real life, but I also know his little VTuber side. And honestly, hope he does well in the VTubing world. Makes music. Oh no, hold on. Doesn't make music. He makes lyrics. There we go. Gotta get that distinction right. I don't want to false advertise my boy. No, I really do like the redesign of a lot of these characters in the Reignited trilogy. By the way, I will say, Spyro 3, best Spyro game out of the entirety of the Spyro series, out of the original trilogy and of the newer ones. I forgot what they're called. What was the name of them? Like Spyro. What is the name of the newer trilogy? I totally forgot the name of them, but they were fun for a time. No, I think younger me still. I still would have loved the newer age, not the newer age, the old, the newer trilogy, the one that first came out on the GameCube, and then the Wii, and the finale of the trio being on the Wii as well. Yeah. Introducing Cinder. Uh-oh. No, don't hit me. Oh, I guess for those inclined that are wondering, I whether or not I'll try to 100%. Yes, I will be trying to 100% the game. Year of the Dragon is the one horror game that I've played too many times as a kid. And even if it is a remaster, everything should relatively be in the same spot. Yet some of these remaster things are kind of weird. The hitbox on Sheila's front kick attack used to be a lot larger, so I didn't get hit by the mountain goats, but I'm not too bad out of shape about it. Fixes, and there's also getting used to the new fixes of the game as well.
Thanks.
Seeing all the new Dragon Knight animations is pretty cool. Oh, by the way, I should say, I will have chat is going. For those on the YouTube side, you'll see in the bottom left corner the names of the tracks that Personal Radio plays, so that you can go to the follow the link or search the artists themselves. Pretzel Rock's pretty good source of royalty-free music. A lot of things made by other people that you say, you know what, go ahead, be our guest. And we all said, thank you. So don't want there. And I've been using them for quite a long time. I just hit random, hit station, random, go, we in there. Looking for 25 more gems. I think I know where they are. So, thinking back on the topic of everybody else being more unique and me trying to find myself, or find like my uniqueness, kind of have to dig deep, to be honest, and think about other things. Spyro, indeed, my man, and thank you, my VTubing friend Karaku Neos. Thank you for the raid, much appreciated. Yes, Spyro the Reignited Trilogy, Year of the Dragon version. By the way, I was just talking about you and saying how great of a VTuber you are and how I know you and all the good things. Don't worry, I'm gonna be uploading this onto YouTube, so if you wanted to, you can go back, check the tapes, and see what I said. Ah. But yeah, welcome to the chill hour. If you ever need a place to wind down, listen to some nice chill music, here's the place. Ain't nothing to it. The focus isn't the main, the game's not the focus. It's more of a background, more of a visual. But you're in here having a conversation, having a talk. If you want to talk about something, or you want to pose a question, let it be known. Or lurk, chill, and engage. Well, not engage, but you know what I mean. Chillax. You get home from a long day of work, sit on your chase, you sit on your bed and be like, yo, it's time to chill. You put on your headphones, you turn on, you get to one of your playlists, you hit random, and you go, I'm gone. This is a chill hour. That's what it's supposed to at least try to represent. Here we go. got any questions about the game, be my guest and ask. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I was talking about the troubling dilemma I had of myself being not as unique as everybody else that I know. Either they can do some amazing things that I can't do, or I see something cool that I want to do that I like, but I can't really do because I don't have the skill set, nor do I have the technologies or capabilities to do so. And no matter what I do or what my bank account looks like, I just don't have the means to do so. So I have to try to find myself, try to find the things that, what makes me me? What makes me unique? And I thought, a lot of people always told me that I had a pretty nice voice, like a radio talk show, where some people always said, why don't you have a radio talk show, or did you used to do some ads? I was like, no, not really. They said the voice for it, and I was like, I might do that one day. And here's the day. Finally capitalizing and listening to all the nice kind advice that people have told me, and starting something that right now I am enjoying. We'll also say that I plan at least having one of these up once every week. That is the promise. That is a requirement. One channel or one episode every week. At the end of the day, that's what matters most, True. Wise words.
Hi, Spyro.
Gotta do things that you enjoy doing. Don't worry about everybody else. They got their own skills. They got their own things. Yes, your enjoyment. Do things that you enjoy doing, that will put a smile on your face, that you feel good about, Get that good shot of dopamine, is what they call it. The scientific term. It feels good. And if you don't find it, keep looking for it, to be honest. It's out there. Sometimes you just have to dig deep. Listen to those around you. So yeah, here is how I am. Ooh, gel I missed. There we go. Let's see, we'll do Sheila's part first, and then we'll come back and do the others. I guess for a bit of story, I could talk about the time that I actually twisted my right kneecap. Funny story, by the way. It happened while I was training to referee dodgeball in intramural sports. Ow. Yes, indeed, it did hurt. Well, it sort of hurt. Essentially, for those who don't know, an intramural sport is essentially a sport that is done at a college level. Something sort of like a club sport. Not a club sport, but something done like club-like, but at a college. And I was a referee at the time. Did good 2.5 years of refereeing sports. And for each sport, no matter what, no matter how many years you had on your belt, you had to do training. Just in case if the rules change or something else different happened. And time was around for dodgeball. And this was actually my first year for dodgeball. But I already had 1 year under my belt because I came in during basketball season. So training day comes around and we go over the rules over dodgeball in a office room. And then afterwards we go out onto the basketball courts in question, block off the courts using a giant curtain, as they all do, giant curtains and screens, and we began training, just going over basic calls and anything that may or may not happen during dodgeball. And afterwards we do a mock sort of trial or game where all the refs get together. We don't usually pick teams, we just pick sides and we play a game of dodgeball. We let the other refs who are not actually playing the game actually referee, get some experience under the belt, and get a feel of what it might be like. Mind you, this is probably the only time outside of the office where we do training is that we get to have some fun. So that's what we did. We had fun. Trying to make it seem as if it was an actual game. And being as college, being a sport, and some of us being the competitive people that we are, including me, we get into it. So we are throwing as hard as we can. We're trying to do some tactical plays. And there's me being the overzealous, flashy one. And what I do is that I see somebody, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit you. So I do a run and a jump, and I throw the ball with my right hand. And I land with my feet spread out, as if I did like a jumping jack. When I landed, I didn't lose my balance, but I could feel that. I felt the split in my legs. I was like, okay, cool. I'm down on my legs and they're split. I need to move because I'm very vulnerable in this position. The moment that I land, I start to twist my body to the left, but naturally my body is falling to the right, and you really don't want to go against the natural flow of your body. But at this moment in time, it's in the heat of the moment, and as I start twisting my body to the left and my body is naturally rotating to the right, I feel this sharp pain in my right knee and I just collapse to the floor. I don't know what happens, and I'm on my back and I'm holding my right knee, and I don't cry, I'm just more going As soon as it happens, game stops, whistles being blown, and I have 4 other refs, including my supervisor, standing over me wondering what happened. And I just tell them the spiel that, you know, I just jump in the air, I throw the ball, I land on my feet, and I'm just chilling. Unfortunately, as I'm feeling around on my right knee, I usually, if you feel your knee right now, you can feel the bone, you can feel your kneecap. While you're feeling your kneecap, imagine if your kneecap was actually, like if you open up your palm of your hand, you place it on your kneecap. Imagine your kneecap, the front of your knee, being where your thumb is. It's twisted all the way to the left, and it's a very sharp pain, as if somebody had you in an arm bar. It does not feel good. And I'm just laying there on my back, knee raised into the air, my left leg on the ground. I don't know, I'm pain Shina, indeed. So I'm on the ground, staring up into the ceiling, just trying my best not to, cry or anything. Yet, pain hurts. And as I'm laying on the ground, eventually within 30 seconds, our rec center nurse and our trainer, I should say, comes in, sees the mess that I'm in, and EMS is called, and there's a bunch of first aid trying to go around on me. They get out a big roller for me to put my knee on. They get out a ice bag so they can put my knee on ice to stop any swelling, slow down the pain. Just anything and everything to make me feel as comfortable as possible before the ambulance gets there. And while I'm on the ground on my back, I can just be like, man, it really sucks to go to the hospital because you were training to ref dodgeball. Like, who would believe that story? Eventually, before EMS comes, I actually get on the phone with my dad, as I call him up and I say, hey dad, don't freak out, but I'm going to the hospital. Just nonchalantly, yo, I'm going to the hospital. And I explained him the situation, and he gets himself ready, and he's on his way to get me. He didn't sound too worried, but I could tell that, no, as a parent, definitely tell, yeah, he's kind of worried that I am going to the hospital. So, as the when the ambulance comes, I am the first responders get out the good old stretcher, lift me onto the stretcher with some difficulty because that moment in time I was kind of a heavy set person. I weighed a lot. It took 4 people to get me off the ground and onto the stretcher with not ease, but it was still a struggle. It's because I was a big guy, I'm pretty tall, and they didn't want to put me in any more pain than I already am. Nice people. Just trying to make this situation as delicate as possible. So as I'm on the stretcher leaving, it's kind of a sight. Usually when you're at the rec center, you kind of see somebody on the stretcher probably once every couple of months. And that month was, my month to show off the stretcher. So I'm being wheeled out. I did have a little bit of reputation of being like one of the good better refs. And as people see me being rolled out in the stretcher, it was like, no, ref down, ref down. What happened to the good one? What happened? Did somebody bust your kneecap? And I was like, nah, man. I was getting ready for dodgeball, and it happens. It doesn't happen. I'm giving thumbs up to other patrons as I'm going down, and other people worried, and it's like, nah, it's fine, it's whatever. But like I said, just imagine being in the armbar constantly. This is with the pain that I'm feeling as I'm being put into the ambulance. I don't have far to go, but the pain is terrible. They shot me with so much morphine that I shouldn't feel the pain of the twisted kneecap. But I did, sort of. But not to like some great extent. So as I'm being rolled into the hospital, I'm not like actually in a room yet. They kind of have to free up a room in order to accommodate me, which is not too I wasn't mad about. It is sort of my fault as well, everything happened. So I'm in the hallway waiting. The doctor that took care of my first aid in the ambulance is there. He's chilling, talking with me, trying to make sure I'm okay. And I'm chilling, man. Just don't worry about me. I got nothing to say, nothing to do. And eventually the doctor does come, and when he comes, I'm not in my room yet, so I'm just wondering, what's going on. And what he does kind of the unthinkable. He comes over to where I am and lifts up my right knee, and he just rolls my kneecap back into place like it was nothing, as if nothing happened. I really didn't have a twisted kneecap in the first place. And I'm like, what sorcery is this? Because as I'm being lifted, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, it hurts. And then all of a sudden it just didn't hurt anymore. Which I'm not going to complain about. I'd rather not be hurting. But it was just kind of mystical that he just like, yeah, here you go. So after that whole debacle, I'm put into my room. Dad comes along with my brother. They see me in the mess that I am. And I am taken home the same night. Don't stay overnight. I'm giving a full... Was I put in the full leg cast? I don't think I was put in the full leg cast. I did have a knee brace though. I did get a knee brace. And the very next day, if I remember correctly, was a Saturday, right? No, it was Friday. No. It was a Friday. The very next day, I started trying to get comfortable with crutches in the morning, just walking around.
About making it feel right.
And the funny thing is, the very next day was a Smash tournament that I wanted to go to, and I went to it. The broken man that I was. And I did not have any quote unquote, well not quote unquote, but like help whatsoever, like getting inside the building. Like I took the handicap ramp just going up in, and I played my darndest in the tournament. I didn't win. I think I went 1-2. Yeah, I think I went 1-2 in the tournament. But no, you play your heart out. I just did anything and everything that I could. Cause you know, wasn't gonna let some kind of twisted right kneecap injury stop me from trying to have fun. And another funny thing about it is, my teacher for the statistics also commended me for actually just coming in and doing my, well, actually coming in to class and even doing my projects for the class despite my injuries, saying that people could learn a lesson from me from just doing things. Don't let injuries or anything stop you from doing the things that you want to do, or don't let injuries hinder your actions in life. After a few more weeks, within my first month, I started therapy, trying to get some feeling back into my legs. And therapy was pretty good. Like the doctors that I had. Not the doctors? No, you wouldn't call them doctors. You would call them trainers, right? No? Doctors? No? Trainers? Yeah. 3 minutes model. They all helped me get the feeling back in my leg. Get my kneecap. We were good to go. Sometimes I do feel the injury, and that's only after extended, very, very extended hours of workout. That's the only time that I would actually feel the pain on my right kneecap. Other than that, I'm good. Oh, I will say there was one time while I was still being in a ref. Go figure. It was during basketball season
You know, they got if it's an accident,
that
it's an error that feels good, then you leave it in.
The metal.
it was also the time during basketball season that
You know,
I could actually start walking again. And well, not walking, but jogging. I could actually jog down the court pretty easily with my knee brace. I was still in the knee brace at the time, but I really needed to exercise my leg and knees and make sure it doesn't like stay not dead, but you know, not active. I could jog down the court, and there was at one point towards the end of the season, and after one long night, that my right kneecap started to act up, and I thought at that point it was going to fall. It was going to twist itself back out of the slot, and I was afraid that I was going to be going to the hospital again. So I told my supervisor and the head ref for the night, saying, "Hey, I really need to sit out this last game because I feel like I'm about to twist my kneecap again on its own." Thankfully, it did not happen, and I did not have to worry about any more injuries that night. We were good, thankfully. Speaking of being an Emery official, this will probably come to a shock to a lot of people, but I do not like sports. No, not. Yeah, I just don't like sports in general, to be honest. There are some specific sports that I like, but in general, I don't like sports. I don't like basketball, don't like football, kinda don't like soccer, don't like hockey, don't like golf. I just don't like any of it. And also pairs well with the fact that I don't like most sports games. Your NBAs, your 2Ks, your Maddens, your NFLs, I don't like them. However, there is a caveat that if it is something like Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, NFL Blitz, Tecmo Bowl, those are the only few edge cases to where, ooh, I kind of like this because it's different. I don't know, it's different. It's got the spin, the twist to it. It is the sports game, but it's also not the sports game. It's just it's kind of an awkward thing. And yes, while being an Emery official, not liking sports is kind of a detriment to the job, but I took it serious as a job and did the utmost best I could, and eventually people called me as one of the best Emery officials that they had for a very long time. Not only was I fair, I was very judgmental about the things that I saw, that I did. I made the right calls. I owned my mistakes as calls as well. It's at this point to where if I do somehow watch a basketball game or a football game, it's like, oh, yeah, I can see why refs get a bad rap. It is the nature of the job. There are a lot of things that refs don't see because the action happens either so quick that they can't see it, or it's just because it's just could not see it. At the angle that they were, the position that they were, they just couldn't see it. It's not. In some cases, it's not fair, but at the same time, they are trying their best. Almost all of them are trying their best. So I know there are a few edge cases where some refs were could question whether or not they're supposed to be one. But yeah. I think my favorite sport to do as an intramural official would have to be, surprisingly, not basketball. Basketball was not a favorite of mine. It wasn't bad or anything. I did have the one time that I had to kick somebody out in basketball was in my first year, third game that I did. Oh, hold on, not third game. No. It was the fifth game that I did. I had to kick somebody out because you get rowdy, you get hectic, you don't calm down. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But my favorite sport to do is not even football. Yeah, now that I think about it. Let's see, basketball wasn't bad, wasn't my favorite. Football also wasn't that bad, but also wasn't my favorite. We did have kickball, but kickball's whatever. We had dodgeball. I never done a single dodgeball game. That just hit me. Yeah, I never done a single dodgeball game. Oh well. Not too bent out of shape about that, but yeah, I just never did a single dodgeball game. We've done volleyball and sand volleyball. Those two were pretty cool to do. We did outdoor soccer and indoor soccer. Those were interesting. Soccer is the one sport that I believe that you'll get the most passionate people for to play against, because in basketball and football the tempo is set by the referee. You know, when you blow the whistle, the game stops on your command and you are free to start it within the ability you want to do it. Of course, there are some cases where there's a running clock and you want to get to the game state as quick as possible, but you are ultimately in control of the tempo of the game. If you want to slow it down a bit so that you can catch yourself, or let your co-ref get some rest too, you do that. Same with football. I will say that I missed that one too. Soccer is the one game where the tempo is crazy. The players really want to set the tempo to be quick, fast paced, like go, 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 go. And you kind of have trouble with that. But eventually, the more strict and the more firm that you are in your actions, the more the players respect you. The more players will go, okay, let's calm down. Take a sip from my drink real quick. The ice isn't fully gone yet. Oh, shoot. Oh, the ice is definitely not gone. Uh-oh. Where'd the cap go? Oh, the cap disappeared on me. Oh no. Oh, the cap really did disappear on me. Well, let me just move my drink in a position to where I will not kick it over. I have to sleep, literally work in like less than 5 hours. Oh, I feel that, man. So to come through, yo, thanks for coming through in the first place, man. You be safe too, man. Hashtag fuck work and all that. But yeah, be good, man. Be safe. Have a good day. And a good sleep. Okay. I seriously need to find a calf. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. It dropped to the right. Oh no, it rolled under. Alright, never mind. We're gonna forget about the cap. We'll forget about the cap. What's next? Or it's another thing I can talk about. It's pretty cool. First video game console. I should give a background of my video game knowledge in the first place. I am by nature a sort of a all-in-all gamer. I will say the one or a couple of genres that I resonate with are RPGs, JRPGs, and platformers. Those are the games that I get the most fun out of. The two genres that I do not resonate well with are shooters and sports games. Most sports games. As I said before, the specific category of more of the real sports games, the Maddens, the NBAs, the 2Ks, all that good stuff. Now the more wacky ones, NBA Street, NFL Blitz, Mario, the Mario sports games, all of those are free on the table. My favorite game or series of all time would have to be Paper Mario. Is that basic? It's kind of basic, but Paper Mario's pretty. Well, no, it's not basic. It's pretty good. Paper Mario is like one of the best RPGs you could ever play in your life. Starting with 1, then Thousand Year Door, and Super Paper Mario. And then from there, I don't want to say it goes downhill, but Sticker Star was not good. And Color Splash, while a different take on it, I'd say Sticker Star had a place in trying to tell people where can we take Paper Mario in a modern setting. And then Origami, really? He didn't go down. And the Origami King comes out, and it's like, oh, yeah, this is a Paper Mario game. We also don't count Paper Jam. Wait, yeah, the Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Don't count that. Well, first and foremost, the Mario and Luigi series. And it also, I'll say, Mario and Luigi, another RPG series. Along with Mario and the 7 Stars, the SNES, Final Fantasy, the Tales series, the Xeno series, the Xeno series, Xenogear, Xenosaga, Xenoblade, all of them. Amazing games and series to be played. And of course, you have your niche ones. Some of the indie ones are pretty amazing. Might show them off on stream. Depends on the game is. I'm looking for the last 5 gems, correct? Yes, I'm looking for the last 5 gems. So I'm looking for a purple gem that I somehow missed. Which, oh, here we are. Found it. Bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Return home. Oh, shoot. I even introduced who I am. Wow. Also, not scripted or anything. Who am I? I am Zoran13. You can call me Z. You can call me Soren. Or you can call me Z Soren. Don't matter which of the ones you take, I answer all 3. I am my age. I will keep that secret because I think that's fun. You can try to guess my age if you want to. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say what it is. You can speculate. I'll let you speculate. That's the fun. That's the fun. I do have a day job and streaming. I do wanna at least stream a lot, but yeah. If I gotta find the time. Speaking of time, we have reached the 1 hour mark. Okay. I'll say, as far as game wise, I'll try to stop when we get to midnight because I do have to get some sleep. And we have already succeeded the hour for the chill hour. I will say, the thing I have been doing recently is listening to a lot of things on my phone. Those things being pretty much anything, really. Ranging from fighting game videos and YouTube videos about other things. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and other types of card games. And at that point, I started getting into some more educational things. Things about maybe music theory, composers, reacting to video game music. Oh, which, by the way, just say, as an introduction, my favorite kind of music in the entire world is video game music. That spans a lot more than people think. How do you hit me elsewhere? and it's kind of weird, and it's kind of fun to say it to other people. It's like, what type of music do you listen to? I was like, listen to video game music. Video game music. Is that a genre? It's like, no, but whoa, hold on. It is a. Well, I would call it a genre. I mean, it might as well be a genre. It's certainly not like. It's its own piece. I would say it's a genre. And all the other subgenres would be 8-bit, chiptune, 16-bit, synthesized, drum, bass. You can fit everything. And when I let people listen to video game music, whether it be a orchestral piece or synthesizers, they go like, "Wow, really?" And I thought it was just gonna be like 8-bit noises, and like that is music too. There are some exceptionally good video game music pieces that are from the ye olden age of the NES or the SNES, even in fact the Game Boy, because I mean, it just sounds so amazing. Specifically speaking, Pokemon soundtrack, talking about Gold and Silver, the National Park thing, amazing. How'd that happen? Whoopsie. I gotta take out this guy and the other guy here. I gotta fly over there. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I take some more damage here. But yes. Video game music is amazing. Ooh, what is my favorite? I just thought of a question. What is my favorite video game piece? Ooh, that's a very hard question to ask. But my answer will always be Chemical Plant from Sonic 2. That piece just speaks wonders to me. And I love all of the remixes that it has gotten over the past, over the years in the Sonic franchise. Whether it be from Generations, or whether it be from people on the internet making remixes of old games, and I just love it. I think my favorite is the one by, oh, hold on, no, because they haven't done Chemical Plant yet. I was thinking that 8-bit Big Band. They haven't done Chemical Plant, but they did do a game from Sonic, a level from Sonic 3 called Hydro City. That one they done amazing. They also done Spring Yard Zone. I just remembered as well. Also another good amazing piece. And then there's, for those who traverse the internet enough, you probably heard of the Staying Alive mixed with Chemical Plant. That one's also really good. Let me take care of these thieves real quick. Oh, okay. Well, this one's not that bad. I don't have to focus that much. Sorry if you hear me yawning. I worked this whole week. I've been working 1 to 10. So I'm not even kidding you. I got home. Well, at the time of this, the time now, if you think about it, I just got back home 4 hours ago. It's nighttime where I am, and I should have been asleep an hour ago, but as things may be, my sleep schedule kind of messed up, but not messed up entirely. I don't need that much sleep, to be honest. I tell people that I really only need a good 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and I am good to go. Reason why? College and another job that I had. Late nights doing papers or assignments, either last minute or just in there, really gets to you. And eventually you just go like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Uh-oh. I think this will work. Our choir is my focal. But I'll just do these other things. Ooh, that's an interesting change. They made it so that you can see what you need to bash into. Stuff like that. Anyway. Yes, I pulled a couple of all-nighters during college for classes. I also done a few all-nighters just for projects. Don't ask how that happened. I'll take it. That means I don't have to focus too much now. Now I can just talk. But yeah, I've been pulled all-nighters a lot during college. And it was a well, I'm not saying it's required, but it was something that I needed to do because there's a lot of things that I needed to do on a day-to-day basis. At one point, I kid you not, 3 part-time jobs at the same time. It was very crazy. The 3 part-time jobs I had were being an intramural official, being part of student media, and working a part-time job at Target. All of those things together was my income. Plus, if you want to be pretty cheeky and smart, being a student is also a job. So technically I had 4 jobs. 1 full-time, 3 part-time. I still had to find time to do anything else in my life. And sleep was just was an afterthought. All I did was just work, sleep, wake up, school. Take a sip of my drink, the one without the cap. Is the ice completely melted now? The ice is melted. There's still no cap. Love music. Love the chill tone. Ooh, excuse me. Yes. For those on the YouTube side of the Chill Hour, let me know if you really care much too. In the comments, post any topics that you want me to talk about in the next episode of the Chill Hour, or the next podcast of the Chill Hour. Essentially the YouTube part of the Chill Hour. What I'm gonna do is, I'm not even gonna edit this. All I'm gonna do is upload this video in its entirety. I'm just doing it as a no script kind of thing. No, there the effort is already there with me live streaming this. The only other thing is just putting it on YouTube. And for those who are just listening on YouTube, you know, sort of a podcast style, it's essentially set up to be that way. If you want, just put down in the comments any type of topics or ideas or things you want me to talk about, anything you want to hear about, my opinion on, I'll let you know. Or I will not let you know, but I will talk about it in the next episode. Or I will attempt to do it in a future episode. And I will shout you out saying, hey, so and so asked about blah blah blah, and talk about it. There's a session. Yeah, like I said, any topics, any questions, or even probably suggestions for games if you want to see. If I do have it. If I don't, I'll probably get it within reason as well. Also remember that the style will be new music from the game itself and mainly just talking. But you will see the game in, so. I will say in my gaming history that arcades played a huge part in me playing video games. I can't swim in this water because I don't see the bottom. I can't see the inside. But yeah, arcades were a huge part because of the fact that it was a free space to where you could just go in, a handful of quarters, and have a good time. Playing games that you can't really fit inside your own home because of the sheer volume or the sheer size of the machines. And I always thought, man, it would be cool if I could own one of these arcade machines. I didn't. And I couldn't get them because they were like thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I did have fun. What was it? The one game that I kind of technically got for home was Dance Dance Revolution, but that was the Wii version, and I totally forgot what it was called. But I did have it. Also had the mat for it as well. It was amazing. It was a good time for me. I did not play the Mario DDR game, unfortunately, and I really wanted to. I do have some of the music from it because, I mean, Mario DDR is amazing. The mixes are pretty good. And DDR, this Dance Dance Revolution, I'm just gonna say the name. Dance Dance Revolution was my gate into the genre of rhythm games, and I am so thankful to appreciate the value of rhythm games thanks to the Dance Dance Revolution. And after Dance Dance Revolution, on the DS, there was a series of rhythm games called Rhythm Heaven. Those two compounded on the fact that I like the arcades of yore. Oh, I could swim. Bird? thought I couldn't.
Hi, Sheila. The Rhinox have built a fortress on our beach. and we're going to-
My favorite game in the arcade was actually the light guns. Light guns? No, not the light guns. Words. Time Crisis. Those are my favorite games to play because they didn't cost much. It was more than your time and skill, and just shooting baddies felt really, really good. And it was skill based. Time Crisis, House of the Dead, those type of games really hit home for me. Those were my bread and butter. Wow, he actually hit me like that. Wow. I get hit.
Wow.
Speaking of Time Crisis, there was a time ago I was watching the video and it was a retrospect on Time Crisis series, and golly, there was a Time Crisis before Time, like the original Time Crisis, like Time Crisis 1, the arcade side. I just didn't know about. I was like, wow, I didn't know that game existed. But all the others that I knew existed: Time Crisis 2, Time Crisis 3, 4, and 5, as well as the 2 machine gun-esque ones. The one where instead of hiding behind cover, you hide behind a shield, a riot shield. Those are pretty amazing. And I will not forget the one Time Crisis game that I played while I was in DC. I played that the entire time while we were at Dave and Buster's. From start to finish. I beat the game. I beat the arcade game, and when I did, it was already time to go, and I was like, oh man. That just shows you how much I loved the game and what Time Crisis meant for me as a kid. This is Time Crisis is just a very awesome light gun series game. Felt good. It felt skillful because not only could you shoot targets on the screen, but you had to watch out to be shot yourself. In order to dodge the shots, you would have to step on a panel, which allows you to hide and take cover. No, actually, no, you stepped off the panel. No. Yeah, you stepped off the panel to hide behind cover, and you step on the panel to jump out of cover so you can fire your shots. That was fun to do, especially in Time Crisis 5, where you had 2 pedals, and you could you were changing your perspective on how you looked in certain areas. And that was such a very neat mechanic in the game itself. It's the same mechanic, but you put a nice little twist on it. It seems very different and very refreshing at the same time.
Oh, I...
Then you had House of the Dead. which stayed true to its little style across time. Ooh, which by the way, also, I can't wait for the new House of the Dead to come out. Whatever that will be. I don't think it'll be for the Nintendo Switch, which is unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is.
Dragon egg for you. Get into the tunnel.
Not too bent out of shape about it. Now, this is one of the... Oh yeah, this is the one where I need to focus. Because not only do I have to hit all of the Rhinox in the area, but I also have to not get hit by the spike balls. I will say this is different. Oh shoot, I messed up. Yeah, I did beat every single Rhinox. This is kind of different from the original though. Because in the original version of this, I missed them. In the original version of this, you could move up and down in this tunnel, and you really had to pay attention to how you angle yourself. And in this one, they kind of took away. Ooh, how did I hit him? They took it away, which I think is a nice quality of life change, because it was pretty hard to not only control yourself going left and right and trying to hit all these Rhinox, but you didn't want to hit the bombs as well. Oh yeah, just thinking, oh, I might get hit. No, we're good. I think the controls are trying to turn. Oh, yeah, I thought I was gonna get hit. Oh, also the hitbox is also been relatively weird. Don't know why. But yeah, we'll be here for a while. This is one of those challenges in the old games to where it's like, good luck. Ooh. Not to say, like, it's like a bad sort of difficulty. It's like, I like this difficulty.
This egg.
It's like, keep trying, get closer and closer and closer to the goal. Trying to progress through. When we get to the end, it's like, yes, I did it. Ooh, speaking of progressing, man, that is one of the nice feel good things that I have, or that I want to have, about life in general and games, is that oh yeah, I forgot. I'm actually limited on what things that I have. But yeah, progressing is what I define as progressing is you trying to do something that moves you forward in some type of way that feels like you've done something that you feel accomplished. To me, that just means have I beaten this boss yet? Have I got to this area? Yeah, that's what progress means to me, and I feel really good about. I get like it's just the sense of I get that shot of dopamine where I feel like yes, I did this, yes, I did that. Success, succeeding, is a really feels good type of thing, and when you feel that, you feel like you're not invincible, but you feel like yes, I've actually done something. And that's also one of my like big stress relievers is that I just want to do something that I'll feel good about. Oh, this guy's like straight up cheating. Ooh, I'm feeling good about this Jazzy. That's good. But yeah, progressing. The act of doing something that actually moves you forward feels really good. I will say I'm a dreamer, but I'm a dreamer that wants to do things and enact on their dreams to really feel good and saying, yes, I've done something amazing. And it's like those type of feel good moments to where I actually feel really good about myself and, you know, life in general, and I start to enjoy myself. This is why I kind of don't want to do the same things over and over again too much. It's the same way as when you have a favorite type of food, but you don't want to eat your favorite type of food a lot because it kind of takes away that flavor and taste after a while. It's like, yeah, I've had it this much, and it's like, It's like no, you don't wanna have that. You wanna do things and then mix them up a bit. I think I know where the last few gems are in this area. Let's see if I can get to them. The 4th of July was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Nothing bad happened. Around my area, I should say. Nothing too crazy or heinous happened. It was pretty tame. Quote unquote. Oh yeah, I definitely know where they are. The last few gems. Yeah. That's what the last egg is. I'd say the music works well for like underwater levels. Or just in general. Face up! Oh my god. That game. Oh god, what was the name of that game? Heavy Rain. Golly. Possibly coming through my gems. But they know where they are. Oh. No. Heavy Rain was one of the... Yeah. Heavy Rain was like one of the very few games where it introduced the... Well, I don't... No. It's not one of the very few games. One of the games that sort of pioneered the idea of your actions or... No, like big story choices and progressions and all that good stuff. I think I'm missing the Gramion gem with 2 more gems. Could be Ichigo's part of the area, you never know. Gyms tend to be in those very weird places, or places where you thought, oh yeah, you should have checked here, or really? You didn't check here? You're like, no, I didn't check there. Why would I check there? It's like one of those cases where it's like, oh yeah, I'll let it slip. Gets in the area where it's other things. Ooh, I will say, as we're getting towards the end of the series anyway, because it is 4 o'clock on my end, 4 o'clock in the morning. As far as the series is concerned, as I said, I want to upload at least one every week. One is the bare minimum that that sounds so bad. One is at most the best I can do. And if there's chances for me to do more in a week, I will do that. Think of those as one of those bonus days. Like, oh man, he did it today as well. Yeah. As I said before, I'm not gonna be editing these at all. Yeah, because no need. Well, it could stand to have a couple of edits, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't need to. I don't want to. Nah, but if I did have the chance and the skills, I would do a little bit more in editing. Interesting. Oh, no, wait, no. I know what the 2 gem is. My bad. Or actually, no, my bad. And this is also not to say that for those on the Twitch side, or those who are wondering on the YouTube side, I will be trying to do my daily stream stuff, if anything, because I still think it's cool to do like normal live stream stuff, just playing new games, indie games and whatnot. This series is more of me trying to collect my thoughts, and when I even just collecting my thoughts, I'm just like laying it all out there and just talking out loud in general, while also at the same time letting my brain relax with a few video games. That's odd. Last Gen is just so gleaming in some type of way. I may just come back to this area and not worry about it, because eventually I will get the ability to find gems. So, not too worried about the shape. Even if it's just a one lonely little red gem. Where it's supposed to be somewhere very obvious. Or it might have been from that Rhinoc that he got it from just falling off the ladder and Eggman not knowing who he was. Oh wait, no, not. Oh, not the ladder. Actually, no. They can speculate that he could be the gator that got it. Yeah, I can't find the frame gem, which is a-okay. Not too worried about it. Nothing in the starting area. Starting area is where it more was one logical place where it might have been. Because sometimes we're just speeding through, you just don't notice these very small intricate details. Yeah. Not gonna chill with it. Go ahead and dip. So, I think from here, this is where we want to end the first episode of the Chill Hour. It has been a blast. It's been a fun to actually do this. It's actually very refreshing. I don't have to spend too long. I get to play a game that I truly enjoy.
Let's head on over to the
And have some all around. Just a nice respite from everything that I've already done. But with this, we're going to end it here for the first introductory episode to the Chill Hour. Episodes from here on out will be a little bit better. We'll see. It may just be the same thing. There's a couple of things that I want to do. Probably adding a camera of the episode, showing you one cool thing that I have and letting it stay on the camera for a while. Like one of the mini figurines that I have, since I am actually into anime. Go figure. But in all case, I hope you all had a nice time in the lobby of the Chill Lounge. For those of you listening to the podcast, thank you for listening. Don't worry. Chill Lounge is always welcome to anybody and everybody. We'll catch y'all on the next hour for the Chill Out. Y'all be good. Have a nice, chill life. Later.